I actually think the biggest deterrent to event patronage, tourism arrivals and visits is transportation and road networks. I think that, give me 2 minutes to explain this. Getting to places is getting difficult in Accra. I was going to Tema on Tuesday. I regretted it. I regretted it. I'm happy they are working on the motorway, but my Google was red from, and I left here around 5:45ish, or was it 6 something? Red to Fiesta Royale, from Zonda to Fiesta Royale, red. Yesterday to the same. You know Zonda?
Yeah.
To Fiesta Royale, red. When you pass Fiesta Royale, you go small. By the time you get to where you see Deloitte, red to Shashi. Shashi, some small blue big will come. Get on the motorway,
Red.
Action Chapel back, red to the new overhead. You think you're finished the red, then the red because the road has been broken up into pieces. West part, some people think they are wiser than the rest of us. Then they'll go and drive on the lower side. You know they are building the road.
Yeah.
Dust. They'll go on, then they'll come and join and cross us. Red to Community 18 Junction. Small space come. Red to Ashaiman. By the time I got to Tema, it was almost 7:30.
Oh.
Now, why is this an issue? I'm reliably informed that a lot of the good Airbnbs, Community 25, Accra is expanding more eastwards than it is westwards.
Yeah.
So usually, generally, the expansion eastwards is more because there are more outlets. Generally, the perceptions about the western part of Accra are not necessarily that positive. So you notice even the developments we advertise on this show, they mention Community 25, Santor. They always mention that part
of town.
So a lot of people who come in for December, who want an Airbnb, who cannot afford cantonment or Osu, will typically go to 25, 22, Major. Okay. Now, if it's taking me 2 hours to reach Tema, imagine if I was going to Ivy's house, or if I was going to where is that place? 25. Because I left here before 6:30, and I'm getting to Tema around 7:40 something. So if I'm going to continue this Citi Brothers. Then I go to the first roundabout. Red. Imagine if so now if I am coming into Accra for Christmas, you invite your cousins from the US and they come and stay at 25 in some nice Def Track or something, and you are doing a program. George Kwe is doing National Theatre at 7 p.m. Charlie, let me just watch TV. Why will I leave 25? Go through all that hell to go. George Kwe, I like you. George Kwe is great, and I think we should go. We are sponsoring George Kwe. He's a great guy. But so the biggest deterrent to the event economy, in my view, is traffic. Let me read another message for you. Solar sent another message. Bernard, SOS message. Please tell those working tell the Minister of Roads and Oswell on the Adenta Dodowa Road that those of us that live at Oyebi, Malejo, Sasabi, Mensaba, and Co are dying because of the traffic situation at Katamanso Junction at Amrahia. Yesterday, I got to Barons at 7:52 p.m. I was only able to cross the traffic at Katamanso Junction at 9:43 p.m. A journey that should have taken me 2 minutes. Why? Because the contractor expanded the road to 4 lanes all the way from Adenta into the original 1 lane at Katamanso Junction. So all the cars use the 4 lane. Then when we get to Katamanso Junction, we dovetails nicely into a 1 lane chaotic mess.
Is that the Valley View road?
My brother.
Charlie, I was on that road.
They must please expand.
I've used it once a couple of weeks ago. My respect for all of you guys who live out there went up.
The biggest threat to,
and it was raining.
The biggest threat to the tourism event economy is the roads. There are more. There are more.
It's not
There are
the
more.
roads, you see, Bernard.
But
It's,
What we
it's,
didn't do-
it's movement.
I want to speak to
It's
the
movement.
roads.
It's movement.
or
Yes,
the
yes,
traffic
yeah, that's what I was
situation.
coming to.
Well,
Because
question. Sorry, Godfrey. Question. The regional minister had said, is it about 2 or 3 weeks ago, that they were going to put together a plan to manage the Christmas traffic. She was going to work with the MTTD, the Motor Traffic and Transport Department of the Police Service, the Highway Authority, the assemblies. Where's that plan?
Acom has the highlights because today he even read a story that she had distributed street lights to these same people that they should set it. In fact, today she was in the news twice. She said they are going to intensify spot fines because people are misbehaving in Accra, and she's giving street lights to the assemblies to put on the street so the streets are
they're
not.
going to intensify spot fines.
They
So
are
it's
going
already
to, they are going to
happened.
do spot fines. Come and explain. You read the story. He said they are coming to do spot fines, and that they are going to. She's giving out street lights. The ministry has given out street lights to the people that they should put on the
stand
street.
out from your narration: traffic and indiscipline. Because you mentioned that some people decided to do their own things, and if she gave that announcement about managing the Christmas traffic, then my reasonable expectation is that we will have officers on the road. We will have routes being mapped out to make movement easier for people. So what's up with that?
Good question, because like motorway, those of us who were doing the right thing, and this always what happens on the motorway, those of us who are doing the right thing, we are in the traffic. Then some people will just go
Driving on the
then they come and cross us. What is even worrying is that there's a part of the road that's being done which you're not supposed to drive on. When somebody is doing a road, he's leveled the place, people are speeding on the road and nobody's stopping them. So you have a very important question. Minister of Regional Affairs, what are you doing
Regional
about
Affairs? Greater Accra Regional Affairs.
what are you doing about the traffic management in Accra? Because we don't.
Just to add, my question kind of flows from the what's the word? The darkness that we drive through at night. Not just in Accra, but you have street lights that are not putting out any lights. Those that have lights, they are not bright enough. Everybody has turned on their highlights, and it's dangerous.
And
she did make a promise that she was going to light up Accra in a month when she was.
Today, Acom reported that she said she's giving the people the street light so they should go and fix it. This is today's story. So we're asking for further and better particulars. Who has been given the street light? How many have been given?
That communication should not be a matter for citizens to listen to. That's communication between you and.
So we should see it.
We should see it, exactly. Simple.
All right. So do you agree with me when I say the biggest threat to? And I have a third one. So I gave you 25. Let me do the third one. We all know that heritage tourism, the hotbed is the central region. Now, if that road is finished, it will really boost it. But this year, tourism will suffer. I'll predict that this year, the tourism numbers may drop because Cape Coast Road is not that bad. But you see, the fact that the road is not finished will affect people's going. It is just that way. So a lot of people will say, let's wait for the road to be finished.
My problem again is how we designed a concept that whose sole objective was to drive population in numbers at a certain time of the year, and did not plan accordingly that once these numbers are here, mobility has to be dealt with. So we looked at a concept that will drive external traffic into Ghana. Internal traffic as well also goes up because you have people coming from regions into Accra to enjoy or to see family members as well, or you also have some of these persons who are coming in also going out, but somehow did not plan the mobility aspect of this, because once you made a decision that this is going to be part of what Ghana is known for, then you are thinking, like you always say, trams, you are thinking rail, you are thinking coordinated road networks, better policing on the roads to make sure that when these numbers are high, ease of traffic is also decent. It might not be, low, but at least decent. But what happens is, let me finish, please. What happens is, you have a 2 or 3 week period in Ghana where basically you cannot go anywhere. you're supposed to go out to enjoy yourself, and you are upset half the time because you just can't move. Now, if for instance, particularly on that Labadi stretch,
they started doing something there.
It's a key event. So from Independence Square all the way through La Boma, because you have the La Palm Beach Club, also the Polo Club there, and all those places.
But you know, they fixed the Kweshi. So there's this bridge that connects Labadi
and
it has reduced traffic drastically because they had left it undone. I think they've done it now. So now there was a day I was going to.
You see, Gus, I'm coming. Okay. What's going to happen is it's okay now, but where will people park?
Oh, you're talking about the event places?
Yes. You see, because that also happens. That on the day of there was a day, for instance, I don't pay too much attention to events. I didn't know there was a major event at Labadi. That was one of the last year or so. I got there and basically I was stuck in traffic for 3 hours.
You know the year we did situation.
I did not know.
The year we did situation at La Palm. I think that year there was another event happening somewhere near, I think, Labadi Beach or something. So that night it was difficult to move cars. So I think you have a very important point around
there should be the way we pay attention to designing the Black Star experience. Dirty December.
Should be comprehensive.
There has to be a mobility plan.
The challenge
as part of it.
The challenge, I agree with you. The challenge though is that local governance is not strong in Ghana, and local governance is also not forward-looking around opportunities. So, tired example. I'm going to watch Aston Villa versus Newcastle, or versus somebody, I forget, Crystal Palace. 3-kilometer radius to the stadium, parking changes. Sunday, they know that football crowd is coming. They create special parking lots and charge special amounts. So you can say that between 24th December and say 2nd January, these roads,
we know the events.
You can park, and the assembly can even charge 50 pesos per parking. Instead of having Guru boys come and say Massa park here and all of those things. So you organize the parking better. So there's a whole laissez-faire attitude to events, lack of excellence around optimization. Assemblies get free money and therefore they are not clinical around saying you can't park here. If you park here, I'll charge you this amount, or create special parking enclaves and just put lights there. You get it? There's nothing, and there's no coordination between maybe street. So, for example, National Theatre is doing an event. You know the event will be sold out. I don't even think the assembly speaks to them to know that how are you going to manage traffic when there's an event like this. There's a lot of missing. I always blame the assemblies because they are the ones in charge of the space. They don't seem to realize that it's an opportunity for them to make money. They don't seem to realize. I was going to add a third one, but you let me take your point. Quick, I had a question.
Yes.
You said something. We plan for people to come.
But we don't plan.
Why don't people also go to their hometowns? Because when I was young, Christmas people used to go.
Yes.
So there will be a netting. So why are you all in Accra for Christmas?
Yeah, because
you go.
Because what has happened is we've created a Christmas experience that focuses heavily on Accra. I think the other regions need to catch up a bit. I think the central region and the western region have grown Christmas programming to the point where people actually look forward to leaving Accra to go to Takrady, to go to Cape Coast.
I'm not even talking about events. Family.
Yeah, but
I'm not even talking.
But family has changed. So your family also, you are saying you are going to your family. Your family is also coming to you here. Your family is also coming to you here because the purpose of coming to see you is not just for 5 days. I am staying at Akakra's face because he's my relative, or at Aloski's face because I'm my relative.
Issue a decree that Christmas people
changed.
They should go to their hometown.
Which brings me to a point I was going to make, and I wanted to ask our listeners as well whether they are in fact happy with the tone Christmas has taken in Ghana, because the past 3 or 4 days I've been following conversations where people are kind of happy that by the perception that this dirty December is pretty slow, and they hope it stays so that people will return to the old Christmas format of visiting their family. Let us eat our joff, drink Fanta.
Is the word dirty or is it dirty or dirty?
Dirty, DETTY.
What does it mean?
Mr. Meister will have to text
because I actually think the construction is not positive. Because it has the connotation the connotation.
He has to explain it first. We don't know what they explain.
It sounds like dirty.
So Mr. Meister, he knows how to reach us.
It's like me who feel dirty type of design.
Yeah, but there's also there are those who say it stems from Nigeria and came in. So
it's not even Ghana. It's a general secularization of Christmas. Christmas has become enjoyment without a reflection.
There's an economy around it.
Business takes over. It's the same with Valentine's, same with Easter. So basically, Mother's Day, once people see a chance to emotionally connect to something, they will push it to its extreme event absurdities. All right.
But I also think it got to the point where so dirty December is derived from a playful variation of the word dirty. Symbolizes a readiness to embrace unrestrained enjoyment, have a good time, and partake in festivities with exuberance.
Okay.
That's what Fred is telling me.
That's why it's not moving.
So I'm just asking. I'm just asking. The general public, their feelings about this particular December, because there has also been a level of criticism that I have seen, that I have heard.
In relation to what?
In relation to maybe a lack of work put in by those responsible for promoting the Ghana Christmas experience, also known as Dirty December. So those who have perhaps participated as vendors, those who have participated as curators, who have participated as influencers, so would be who have reported on it. And
so are you talking about the buzz ahead of it? Because we can only measure its success probably by 2nd December.
2nd December?
Or because 2nd January. I mean, as I sit here, there are people I know who are coming into town who are not yet here.
Yes.
So usually you know if people have come by the end of the year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm throwing it out there.
Or you can't feel the buzz.
No, it's not me. What the point I am making is I am deferring to authority a bit here, in the sense that when a person who spends basically his entire December curating events or reporting on events for the past 6 or 7 years, or influencing or does activations for those events,
it's not getting the business.
Tells me that things are slow. And it's not just that person. Other people in the industry are also saying so. I pause a bit and say, okay, is it a thing? And I ask them, what exactly is the reason why?
And what did they say?
You think so? And most of them are saying they think that as much work hasn't been done.
They've not been promoting as much
as previously was done. But I do agree with you as well that perhaps the design is a bit different, because there's been a changing of the baton.
The people who used to cross, don't forget this December influx, 2019 year of return.
Yeah.
There was a lot of work done by Kwesi Agyeman and Co. around the whole events for December. There's a new team in place.
Yes. Who are perhaps trying to sell their own vision of what it is. Perhaps give it rebirth.
Yeah.
And so whether it will work or not, we will know, like you're saying, perhaps in January. But those who are heavily vested in it, in various arenas, are saying they are not feeling it. So I was just asking the audience whether they themselves
and they could
are also feeling that vibe.
There could also be economic reasons. If you have $1,000 and the CD is 16 to buy $1, you can do a whole lot more than if the CD is 10. So maybe an unintended consequence of the strengthening of the CD could also be that the freedom people have with free money from Western currency holding countries may not be. Then also the experience, sometimes when you hype an experience and people come and don't necessarily get because I think I've read stories of people say hotel prices in Ghana are still very high,
very expensive.
Customer service is not that good. So maybe some people may feel like this year let's try a different place. Especially because we haven't done an aggressive promotion. But I still want to wait to see January 2nd or 3rd for us to analyze. But you are right that the buzz around the whole December thing is not as big this year as it was last year.
And I'm with you on waiting, because I recall last week you and I were having a bit of this conversation, and you told me that, look, you had even done some checks somewhere, and they had told you, look, if you are coming between now and this date, forget. You have to come next year.
Yes.
Because we are booked. We are booked tight.
I called
please.
a hospitality facility to make a booking for somebody for first week of January. And the guy said, thank you. Because and this was a last week, said between 17th December till 1st January, you won't get.
And it's a very expensive place.
So maybe people have come quietly.
And also the Morocco thing, I'm getting a bit of insight into this, but the Foreign Affairs people can also help. So it says the e-visa platform of Morocco requires the chip-enabled passport.
Oh, so not the normal.
The app requests the scanning of the chip to verify the info of the applicant. So if you use just the biometric, you might have difficulties. So perhaps the person who sent that complaint could try that, and then
all right,
we go ahead with this.
I'll read a few comments on the point you raised earlier.
Bernard, just because you talked about events, can I just bring up an event yesterday that honored Ghanaian exporters?
Okay.
So this is the Ghana Export Promotion Authority's Presidential National Awards last night, and small and big Ghanaian export companies were awarded for their contribution. Congratulations to B5. They were the overall best exporter. And also congratulations to Tekura and Audrey and her team. We received a Green Recognition Award for our efforts in sustainability. You know that we reforest wastewood in collaboration with the Forestry Commission in doing our putting our products up. There were so many, from
so they awarded the mighty B5 Plus, yes. And then Tekura too stood her ground.
We also stood our ground. There are many awardees, from agri products to shea butter products. Nguvu picked up an award. She does shea butter and cosmetics.
So do you guys export?
To her. Yes, we did export in the past, but because we are trying to resume operations after the fire.
Did you manage to give the president a chance to see your work?
Certainly, we were not going to miss that opportunity. So we are grateful that last night we got the opportunity to, on behalf of exporters, present our iconic Tekura stool to the president.
Yeah, not easy.
The president learned that one of our pieces, that's the djembe stool, was featured in the Black Panther Wakanda movie. He was very thrilled about that. And
this is the Agama lizard of all Agamas. how a discussion around event has segued into export promotion and Tekura, and now we are talking Wakanda. Charlie, no, you are wild. But congratulations are in order.
Thank you.
A few quick comments. Go for it.
Yeah, let me read the messages. And this is a mix of all the conversations we've had this morning. So this one says, does the fair hearing mean allowing them to share false information? That's a question somebody is asking. Some media houses have been classified as being accurate, and therefore when we want to verify a story, we quickly visit their portals to make a decision. When the stories are not carried by these media houses, we treat such stories as possibly false. Good morning, everyone. We should be careful not to underestimate the power or relevance of social media in shaping what people think about. While traditional media has historically set the agenda, in contemporary times, social media has gained even greater prominence in setting the agenda. One key reason is the minimal gatekeeping that characterizes social media platforms. Media agenda, public agenda, and policy agenda are all critical to a country's development. Therefore, as media practitioners and communicators, we cannot shy away from our responsibility to help determine what issues are worthy of public attention. You have a section on what's trending online, right? This is a question Mubine is asking. More messages. Sending military engineers to Jamaica is even a great opportunity for capacity building for the soldiers. They will benefit from this experience. Edem from Adenta. Ben, the community 25 traffic, the least said about it, the better. Good morning, dear Bernardino, Godfred, Francesca, and team. Edmund Foley here. I think as citizens who drive, we should take a firm stand not to allow any person who uses the road, the shoulder of the road, or any opportunity along the side of the road to cut ahead of us. For those of us who are being disciplined and staying in the traffic, are we not in a hurry to get to work? Yet we condone the indiscipline of those who want to cut in. If we take the position that we do not owe anyone the space in front of us, except ambulances and genuine security vehicles, all other drivers should be disciplined and stay in line. We condone indiscipline and complain. Enough is enough. Speak up, act up, or shut up.
I like that.
Have a wonderful morning.
That's
Bernard
good.
And team.
Yes.
I am disgusted by the filth in Accra, especially on ceremonial streets from airport. rubbish heaps on the 37 median. It's embarrassing. What is the minister doing after all her talk? I think the media should make a lot of noise about clearing the filth in Accra as a wake-up call for the minister to be accountable. Edubia from Adent. And the Great Accra minister is coming up for a lot of fire, because here's the thing, you see, and the reason why she cannot sleep is this: she is responsible for a city, a region that is growing every single day and has been allowed to grow uncontrollably.
Charlie,
so she's firefighting basically every single second.
I'm telling you,
with assemblies who don't even know their own boundaries.
Charlie,
with filth that we cannot dispose of, with road networks that we don't know how to deal with.
Charlie,
darkness.
Charlie.
So Accra at the moment,
it's a nightmare.
It's not behaving like a capital. Accra is not behaving like
there's actually
a capital.
An audio clip of her talking about
a
couple of things.
I want to hear her.
Let's just hear what she said just yesterday.
This allocation has been carefully considered to ensure a positive impact across the region. I expect all honorable MMDCs to ensure that these street lights are installed promptly in strategic locations within your respective jurisdictions. Priority should be given to markets, public spaces, and other areas where lighting will have the greatest impact. In this regard, all assemblies are required to complete the installation of the street light and submitted a brief report to the Regional Coordinating Council by the end of this week.
I think she made this promise a few days after being confirmed.
That's what I was referring to. The promise to light up
minister.
Accra.
Now, at a point, we did get confirmation from some parts of the city that it was being lit up. But how much work has been done? And so she has announced this. She says the MMDCs and whatever should go and deal with it. She has given them. So by Monday, we should see the whole town lit up. But my question is, some of the assemblies invested in solar lights. This looks like all of them look the same. I don't know whether they are solar or they are whatever. Electricity powered. So we will wait and see how they sort that one out. But I hope Ablekuma West, we have received our share, because the General Champion Highway.
And also, have listeners seen any special arrangements for traffic management to ease traffic? Have you seen any?
That's a good question.
If you've seen, let me know. I haven't seen any.
I drove.
But back to I just quickly wanted to speak to the minister's voice and lighten up Accra. My respectfully, my expectation was that the minister would have given us a kind of progress report on the last promise she made, that she was going to light up Accra within a certain deadline. We never heard any updates on that. And then later we heard you talking about managing traffic, and then you are back saying that you're asking MMDCs to install the street lights. Respectfully, I think there should be a halt on the talk shop. What we need is the results. We need to see the results.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I just wanted to also say that on the motorway, I want to appreciate the contractor is doing well. At least his people try and help traffic management. So you will notice people who are wearing reflective gear, holding flags and things. It's the discipline of the drivers sometimes that causes the traffic. And also, my worry is that there's too many portions of the motorway that are now rough. So your car is shaking throughout. So if you don't take care, by the time the road is finished, your lower arm will all be spoiled. It's become a rough road. You know, of course, he's redoing the road, but it's very difficult to use the motorway these days. So I just want to urge them to enforce people obeying the traffic rule on the motorway, so that we have some ease of movement.
We have the MTTD.
You see, and that
to
is
enforce road
and
regulations.
that is my you see,
MTTD
And the assemblies as well, yeah.
But the MTTD frustrates me. The MTTD frustrates me, and I hope one day you're able to get us the MTTD boss to speak to. I've seen ASP Alexander being on our TV show. You know, but I don't know what he was talking about. But I hope we get the MTTD boss himself to have a conversation about what he tells his officers when they go out. So this morning I came to Accra, right? Accra's favorite joint, the tiptoe lane, for instance. So when you climb,
you use tiptoe, then welcome to my world.
Yeah, and you get down. The MTTD officers are there shouting at the trotro drivers, who are obviously participating in an illegality, and they are organizing the illegality.
They are just there walking among them.
Yeah, because you see, I thought a police officer would obviously know, and particularly one trained in motorway regulation, is that there is another access route from down the roundabout. So the person who is climbing from down is expecting a clear thoroughfare to join
the
road.
will block you.
But the trotters have blocked that access.
They blocked you.
Yeah.
They blocked
So
you.
it's not a clear thoroughfare anymore. You are fighting with trotters.
Completely.
And he had his helmet on and he was arguing with the trotter drivers. Hey, park here. They are not even supposed to park there in the first place.
At all.
But for some reason, the MTTD has enabled,
And they are very comfortable.
Yeah.
Working with the drivers.
and I want to call them out on this.
What do you I said the thing paying you.
Yeah.
That's what I see every day.
I don't understand why you have a police officer condoning an illegality.
Charlie.
You see, and perhaps they'll tell you, oh, because if we don't, but if you count the number of cars that are coming from Adabraka trying to join that road, as compared to the trotters, the number of trotters that are parked there,
They lead to
why
traffic.
do you
all the way to Calvary Baptist Church.
why do you inconvenience the majority of vehicles
For a few trotters.
for a few trotters who are loading? Why?
And MTTD is always there.
Yeah, it's like they have a station. So I'm asking, so the MTTD boss in that area, Enclave, when he's assigning his officers,
What does he tell them?
what does he tell them? That go and stand at tiptoe lane and
Greet the drivers.
And give legal vehicles 1 lane out of 3.
Bro, the traffic can sometimes go as far as Calvary Baptist Church. Former Mr. Biggs.
Yeah.
Before they even enter. It's a crazy situation. Oh. You know, I got a report yesterday about the Tesano MTTD.
What do they do?
There's over 150 accident vehicles parked in the barracks. They will stop, and this is something we are hearing, that somehow there seems to be some extortion going on. So when you are a driver who has an accident or an issue, and they impound your car, they don't release the car, or they will ask you to do something before they release the car. Our cameraman went there, and there were so many cars, plenty cars parked at the barracks.
Yeah, the Legon police station.
That will not be released because you've had an issue. So it's almost like when you have an issue and the matter has been resolved, MTTD will not release your car. So MTTD is not doing what has to be done. Look, we are talking about. I'm coming. Let me talk about the last one that Sola sent. You said 4 lanes into 1 lane at Katamanso. Police should be there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you are driving at East Legon. You see 4 policemen, an unapproved operation. They are checking driver's license. Meanwhile, 4 lane into 1 lane at Katamanso. Somebody got there at 7:25 and go home at 9:30. Police is not interested. What are they interested in? Okay, let's check your boot. Touchlight. Charlie, police, they have to wake up.
So 2 days ago, I was driving from the Lands Commission down to the overhead and to join the Major Mahama stretch. And I saw what appeared as an accident between an Uber vehicle and a motorbike. So just when you drive down to hit the roundabout, and so they had parked on the side, on the right side, the outer, and I think they were trying to sort it out between themselves. So you drive on the roundabout, take the first 10 to join the Major Mahama, and there were about 7 or 8 policemen there having a chat.
Not interested.
In the morning, not interested, having a chat,
Their body language is very,
Totally
very bad.
off.
Their body language is for
and
people
this had happened.
very, very, very bad.
And
they don't care.
And the irony is, last night I was driving home at 1, so maybe at dawn, I was driving home at 1 a.m. I see a police check on the road, I think just on the UPSA stretch. And we turn our lights on. I was driving with Audrey. We turn our lights on, and then we are moving, and the policeman starts knocking the glass. Yeah, and I'm wondering what. And then he says, we have to roll down for him to communicate with us, and they are here to protect us. I didn't say anything. I was too tired to entertain him.
The body language is not the best.
So it's what are they
body
interested
language is not
in?
The best. Because if you say, if a minister of a region has said, we have a special Christmas operation for traffic, we should see it. Yesterday, I got to, I left Tesano. By the time I got to Zonda, traffic. But chaka to tell it chaka sky. And I'm saying to myself, where is the MTTD in all of this? Where is the special traffic management thing? You know, I know we are many people are moving around Christmas, but Charlie, if you say you have a special Christmas traffic management plan, it should be more visible. Okay, and the police MTTD too, sometimes they don't seem interested in solving the problem. They seem more interested in checking. Sky, a policeman will go and hide in some obscure corner at a traffic light, so that if you go through amber now, hey, Matthew. Yeah. Meanwhile, there are bottleneck issues that are blocked. They don't seem interested. So, are they there to solve the public interest or to catch people for their personal gain?
Exactly.
I mean, what? You know, it does. You have traffic bottlenecks in Accra that you think, Charlie. Look, Sky, our police need to do better. Our police, MTTD,
D-Cop, Mr. Gabriel Prince Wabu is the Director General of the MTTD.
2 weeks to Christmas, you should be hearing him on air. Mm-hmm. You should be putting adverts in the Ghanaian Times about traffic management. You should be creating single lane roads. A traffic management plan should be promulgated.
Yep.
The media should be helping you to say, between this time and this time, this is the place to go. We haven't heard nothing. Who is on the line? We haven't heard anything. It can't be right.
I agree.
The police need to get involved. Let's talk to. Okay, Sky, say what you want to say first.
Yes, that's right. I agree with you because I mean, in the past we have seen things like this. The police MTTD department would normally issue a statement and thereafter come into the studios in many cases and in some cases speak on the line about what exactly the plans are, where the traffic hotspots are. In some cases, turning double lanes into single lanes just to manage traffic. So if it is not happening as we approach Christmas, that would be some dereliction of duty that would need to deal with urgently. And the police, I know they are listening. I know some of the hardworking officers at the MTTD department who normally deal with situations like this are always frontal, getting onto the media platforms to speak about matters like this. I think the time has come for them to be out.
Maybe
there.
They are speaking on police TV. Yeah, because I mean, now let me do an interview.
Okay,
Bright Asempa Chadide is the Director of Corporate Affairs GTA to test the theory around whether this year the December is a bit slow, and also traffic and its effect on tourism and events and that kind of thing. Mr. Chadide, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning to your team as well.
Wonderful. Some people say they can't feel the December. Like the hype around the dirty December is not hyping. Is it too early to say, or is it something you admit that this year is on a lower key?
Okay, so first of all, Bernard, I really appreciate the feedback that is coming from you and your team this morning. Indeed, I must say that December in GH, not dirty December. It's December in GH under the Black Star experience. Now we have a lot of people who have arrived in town for December in GH. When you go for the event, you realize that we have a lot of visitors in town. But just to explain, that December in GH is more of people or visitors who are coming to town. So GTA, what we do is that there's a lot of road shows done abroad to drive tourists and visitors to town. And that has been done since the CEO, Mami Fuawajoto, took office. There's been a lot of road shows abroad to drive visitors and tourists to town. That has been done. Now, if you drive through the cities of Accra, you realize that we have mounted a lot of telescopics and billboards, and not Accra, because Ghana and the events are not held only in Accra. For the first time under the Black Star experience, almost all the regions have events that are ongoing captured in the December NGH calendar. So I must say, yes, we've done our bit. The visitors have arrived, the tourists have arrived, and all the confirmations we've had from the big hotels, the quotes, almost all the big hotels are fully booked. Now, I heard you comments about you booked a hotel for somebody. I think that was 2 weeks ago or something, if I'm right.
Yeah, I was trying to book a place, and they said they are fully booked between now and 5th December or something. 5th January.
Yes, exactly. So the notion that people are not feeling is, yes, maybe some people are not attending the events. So they are not seeing or feeling the kind of feeling they want to have, as part of December NGH.
Okay, so I saying that December NGH has been decentralized from Accra. So other regions are also getting involved.
Exactly.
I see.
Exactly.
Where can we get that information from in terms of what's happening elsewhere? Because I don't seem to see a lot of advertising around any event in Ho or Takrady or Kumasi or Sunyani or anything like that.
Okay, so we have a whole website, December NGH website. When you log on now, you see all the events. However, even after the interview, I can send you a soft copy of the December NGH calendar that is having all the events, the contact numbers of the event organizers, where to go to. We have all that in the calendar.
All right. So you said it's December NGH and not Dirty December. Is that a new thing or it's never been Dirty December? Just to clarify, is it that you've changed the name or Dirty December was just a nickname?
Okay, so December NGH under the Black Star Experience. That is what we're promoting now. Now, Dirty December is just an event that is captured under December NGH. So it is no more Dirty December. The Dirty December is an event, but December NGH is the caption now, and that is under the Black Star Experience.
All right. There are some who complain about the hospitality services in Ghana. So the Black Star Experience, are there any components? So what are the key elements of the Ghana experience that makes it unique from other countries?
So what the CEO Mami Forwajeto did was to, first of all, put all the hoteliers association together and, educate them about our service. Indeed, service is key. A lot of people have complained. Sometimes people come, they have to wait, for a very long time before they are served at the restaurants and all that. That is key to GTA. So the CEO has been organizing training for all the hoteliers to make sure that we improve on our services. She has also partnered, that is GTA has partnered with a university in New York, that is Rogers University, and they will be coming down to train all our hoteliers professionally so that we can improve on our services.
Wonderful. Thank you for that intervention, and I will check out the website to see what else is happening. We've been speaking to the Director of Communications at the GTA Bright Asempa Chadide. I actually wanted to ask him about traffic, but I think that's beyond his pay grade. That's beyond his pay grade. Yes, Guy.
I'll make a quick comment. You know, one of the things that would encourage people to keep coming back to Ghana is the question of how they find the national capital.
The state of the capital.
The state of the capital. Bernard, look, I think we should be ashamed of ourselves.
Why?
Way we have allowed Accra to sort of decay over the years.
Is it that bad?
And in recent months, how Accra continues to smell and rubbish all over the place. And it was seen that the regional minister, who promised that he was going to hold district chief executives, MCs, metropolitan chief executives responsible if they do not clean, or they did not clean up the national capital, it would seem that nothing has happened beyond making promises to the Ghanaian people. We had the press conference that they organized. The thing is, the new government came to power and said that there were concerns about the contract with Zoom Lion. And therefore, they were not likely to renew that contract. Eventually, a decision was taken not to sort of renew it in its current form. But that doesn't mean that we should leave the national capital to decay. It is utterly unacceptable that people will fly into Accra expecting to see what is said to be the gateway to Africa or West Africa in a state that is completely unacceptable. You pass here, garbage all over the place. You drive through the streets littered with rubber bags, and nobody is doing anything about it. I think if you cancel a contract or you refuse to renew a contract, which is the appropriate the terminology here, you must have put in place measures to ensure that vacuum is not created. What was the plan that was to support keeping the national capital clean after saying that you were no longer going to renew the contract?
Are you saying that the increase in filth you are seeing is a result of the contract situation?
Exactly. You speak to people, they tell you that they don't even know whose job it is now to take up the responsibility of cleaning up Accra.
Really?
Yes. Have they come to announce to us who is now responsible for the spaces that Zoom Lion used to be?
The various municipalities are now responsible for their own areas.
What does that mean?
Maybe they will sign contract with local refuse collectors.
They employ.
I think the broader question
people.
has to do whether we have even a proper landfill or waste disposal, whether it's functional. I think that's where the problem even is.
No, I don't even think that you can always deal with that problem, right? But in the meantime, I don't want to drive around the streets of Accra and see garbage all over the place. I just came from somewhere, right?
But isn't that garbage in the past, a particular organization was in charge of removing it?
Previously, Zoom Lion on record was publicly known as the company that was dealing with the problem together with some other, waste management companies. And so anytime there was a problem, we were taking them on. Right now we say that, look, we don't like the contract, there are issues with it. Of course, government is entitled to take a decision that is in the interest of the Ghanaian people and the public purse. But to the extent that it impacts taking care of the national capital, it is utterly irresponsible. And I think that the people responsible have got to do something about it. Because this is not a capital we want the people of the US, UK, South Africa, all these people who come to Ghana. This is not what we want them to come.
Are you suggesting that Accra has gotten a bit dirtier in the past 6 months?
A bit?
I feel like it's been always like that too.
You see,
I feel like Accra has been. It's extra. It's been the same.
I'm with Sky on this.
No, I'm not saying it's good. I don't notice a discernible difference between March and November 2025, or even last year October.
It's filthier.
Really?
I'm telling you. You drive. You pay attention. Sometimes when you are close to a problem for a long time, you get used to it. You assume that it's all okay. You don't say that no day. Yeah, but when you leave it small and you come back, you realize that there's a problem. It is not right.
People traveled more recently than I did.
I think that's. But Kaka also traveled.
So they are viewing the problem with fresh eyes. That's why they think that there's.
Accra has always been like this.
No, it's not always.
I'll give you a typical example.
It's been dirty.
So it's always like this.
You see, here's the thing.
Same thing.
Accra has gotten more unruly, and as for the debt, I've been talking about since.
Unruly.
Yes.
So this behavior.
Yeah.
In terms of everything,
it's just using the word.
I drive regularly through the Agbobuloshi. Look, until this year, I rarely would meet a Pragya on the road.
Yeah,
what I would meet is the unruly baller vehicles.
Yeah, without side mirrors.
Who now think that they own the roads. In fact, now they contest with us on the road.
Can you imagine?
Yes, and nobody says anything. But now, within that enclave, all you meet is Pragya.
Redistributing the rubbish.
All you meet is Pragya going through town freely, and nobody says. And you see, the reason why we're saying Accra is unlike, and I'm happy. I'm having a chat with our good brother Habemu's papa, Clement Akafa.
He's angry.
He's very upset.
We can't even type. We can't even mention the things he's typing.
A capital cannot be treated like any other city.
Yeah,
it cannot be treated like any other region. Whether you like it or not, once a decision has been made and so agreed by the country that this is where the capital is, there are so many things that will happen in other parts of the country that you cannot allow, perhaps. Certain allowances cannot be made simply because it is the first impression people get about the country.
Exactly.
So, to allow Accra to decay, and it has decayed.
On the Pragya point, I take your point because that's why I take your point because it looks like the Henry Koto was trying to stop some of these vehicles from driving on certain roads. For example,
now they're everywhere.
You cannot use this aboboya to convey bola across high streets.
That's
But
the
they do.
same thing.
But they
are
do.
doing now.
Early morning.
And you see, and that's the thing. I think for Accra, for instance, they should be able to say after 5 a.m. All the bola trucks should not drive. You can come back after 6 p.m.
Something like that.
I'm just saying, hypothetically.
Something like that.
So they haven't said don't drive.
There's a system
But
in
there's
place.
a system in place to avoid you becoming an inconvenience. Because, Bernard, the kids who drive those trucks,
They are unruly.
They are very unruly.
And when you bump into them, you just like...
So I'll give you an example. Yesterday, 2 days ago, on the ICGC... No. I wasn't coming from there. I was coming from town. Saturday. You know, when we're coming from the thing.
Yes.
And I got in the middle of the road somewhere, and about 100 meters or so before a traffic light, this aboboya was driving over the median to join the road on the other side, rather than just drive like everybody else
And go and do a proper U-turn.
and go and do a proper U-turn, simply because it can,
And nobody will stop
and
it.
nobody will stop.
Yes.
Police are not interested.
As soon as that one made the turn, there was another one in front. I think he looked back and saw that his friend had
it
done
is-
that.
it is possible.
It is possible. Then he lived his dream. Shoom.
Pragya to also.
Pragya to also, then Pragya to also. They did that. Okay, so the reason why I'm frustrated is one of the reasons I'm frustrated with the MTTD and the city authorities. And I honestly think the regional minister needs to be firmer with the city that she has been given and the region that she has been given.
Yes.
You see, if I see some of the work that she's putting in, but she needs to do more. And she should not take this as a criticism or an attack. Unfortunately for her, she has been given a very difficult job.
One of the most difficult jobs.
It is one that comes with a lot of scrutiny.
Charlie, go and ask
You
Henry
cannot
Koto.
hide from filth in the capital.
It would show itself. I mean,
You cannot hide from unruly driving in the capital. So she needs to, meet her people and say,
you know what's even funny?
let's do this job well.
The fact that more attention comes to the minister also emphasizes the point around the less influence of the assemblies. You get it? So because the assemblies have become so weak, we are all focused on the minister for a whole region. Because when you go to Kumasi, would you say that the filth in Kumasi is the Ashanti Regional Minister's job? Because Ashanti region is much, much, much bigger. But Greater Accra region, the whole region is a city. You get it? So I even think we probably just need sub-metros.
you see, Bernard,
We should have had a strong mayor for the region.
I believe in that. I mean,
Because you
quite
see,
repeatedly.
Greater Accra region has 5.6 million people. It has more people than Ashanti region. Yet it's just basically one peri-urban mess.
Yes, yeah.
You can't run it like you run Ashanti region. You get it? Because you need somebody to centrally manage refuse. The areas are too small. If you have one waste management site in Tema, it serves the whole town. It's a city now. It's not even a region. I mean, Dodowa is even a city. If you are somebody is texting you that he's driving to Dodowa and is in traffic at 9 p.m. This is not a village anymore.
Yeah.
You get it? So the way you run it is different. And I feel like maybe we should have a different approach to Accra.
Yeah.
Have somebody with the political power, because what you need to do goad many people's oxes.
Yeah.
Okada riders, Aboboya people,
Pragya people, Bola people.
these people are difficult for politicians because politicians are afraid of votes.
Yeah.
And yet these people can be so unruly. And with the guys who want to obey the law, we don't make that much noise. So they look at this and say, Charlie, let sleeping dogs lie. But Accra's, I think, is going to affect our appeal. I was looking at some rankings of African tourist destinations. What didn't go well for us was obviously cleanliness and some of those other things. Because when they mentioned Rwanda, they said, oh, it's a bit more clean.
When you enter,
Get
you
it?
know.
Even though they said our people are hospitable, we so I think they gave us 8/10 or something. It's also on ranking. So we have work to do on the field and on the management of traffic, which I think is a massive issue. Let's read some comments.
Do you know there's a camel ranch in the middle of Accra? Camel.
No, you mean cow?
Camel. A fuponko.
Oh, how?
Oh, Aloski.
What are we doing camels too?
You should ask the person who runs the Kolebu area.
We have camels in Accra.
Camel. 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 Yesterday, the camel was sleeping with his head on the road. If you don't take time, you will drive over the camel's head. The ICGC. The old ICGC.
Well, are we now using camels for demonstration of some?
No, they use it for people rent it too.
For what?
And they are right by a major road outlet like that. Camel.
Are you sure we have camels in Accra?
Camel. Aloski, I kid you not. They are rearing camels. That camel has been a baby, has grown to a boy, and is a full-grown man by the roadside. And yesterday, he was sleeping with his head on the road.
Well, I'll read a few comments and see where this leaves me. Wow. So we're asking the regional minister to take charge and to manage traffic, get the street lights functioning, and rid the city of filth. And we are ready to support as media. If the MTTD has a traffic management plan, we want to hear it. If they need to make an announcement about road closures, we want to know. A serious season like Christmas, we don't want silent leaders. If you are the MTTD director and your minister says you're doing a traffic management, come on air and explain it. If there's any plan, or go on TV and show us the routes.
And I have an MP just complaining to me. He says, like, those of them who travel on the Accra-Kumasi road regularly, they don't know how they get there and back. Because the indiscipline on the road
the grace
is
of God.
Crazy.
It's the grace of God.
And then MTTD. So let me find the man's name.
Sky, honestly speaking,
D-Cop, Mr. Gabriel, Prince Wabu.
MTTD.
Let us hear from your people.
Because Charlie, people are fooling too much. We are allowing them to misbehave.
You see, and it is not. And here's the thing we are saying: it is not a come and check driver's license issue. It is making sure that mobility. People are moving. It is not a come and check driver's license issue.
Example.
It is not a come and check insurance issue. It is come and deal with the nuisance of Pragya, Aboboya, the tiptoe lanes, the Madina Zogo junction, the N1s.
People will not use footbridge.
3 lanes that you have at MTTD has enabled trotro drivers to turn 3 lanes into 1 lane, sometimes quarter lane.
Crossing the road under a bridge.
That is what we need him and his people to do for us. Yes. That is when we see they are working. As for the 7 people who are hiding near the Adabraka official town presbytery stopping trotro drivers, there are 3 of them at Mochi Road. There are 2 women. There's one collecting her.
The women who are collecting.
Yeah, the other time she told somebody else with that Obebani wedding cry. I mean, what is all this? What is all this?
The money, you know. I'll read a few comments. Regarding the circle area, the best method is to focus on the passengers. I suggest arresting anyone trying to board a trotro at that area. If the passengers don't show up, the trotros will not stop there. Period. Nana and Achimota. Good morning, Bernard and team. On the matter of police barriers and their Christmas operation, there is this concerning thing going on. The police are now conducting body searches as part of the operations. That seem a tad intrusive. Unless there's reasonable suspicion, why should ordinary citizens be subjected to such intrusive searches by the roadside? Yeah. Could you kindly find out from the police if this is normal? Thank you. You don't add your name. Hey, my CTF family, good morning to you. Just tune in for the program in my office. The police people hide and seek matter. Some policeman catch me for Accra Methodist Book Depot. He was standing there watching me, not knowing I was going to use one way. Immediately I turned there, no. He said, hey, my friend, stop. He was hiding in some corner. I told him everything. This man said we have to go to police station. On our way, he said I should settle him. Unfortunately for him, the car automatically stopped on the way and wouldn't start again. More than an hour. He was assisting me.
I don't know if you will fix the car.
So the policeman was working for his pay. He was working for the pay.
This is fun.
Hello, Bernard, enjoying the show. Please ask your friend Akotoi fried rice. Police is still in town.
I am happy to report fried rice is happily at work. I saw him 2 days ago.
Who's fried rice?
No more problems with fried rice. I saw him at the first light stop the other time he was on his phone. And this is he's coming into Accra more. I've been meeting him around the blue.
Why do you call him fried rice?
We didn't call the area calls him fried rice. He accepts everything.
Then Sunday he moved him by. Then Sunday
Check.
Some people were carrying nake like a wood for.
Yeah, the wood no.
Wood for
Asakama. They were going to, the people who cut the wood, the firewood for
Kinky
Seven. We catch them. We take 2 1. Fried rice.
It's going to do one.
I thought at that time.
Maybe why they go cook?
My friend Romak had bought Vitamilk
Yes.
from the sell shop at Sakama. So Romak was doing the road. No way. There's
Fried rice.
no, you take one of the vitamins. Macho call.
Fried rice. Legendary fried rice. Good morning and
Pure
team.
water, everything.
Bernard and team.
Go share.
Powerful discussion talking about the MTT in such a mild manner. Please open fire. Let's collect signatures and protest to the minister. The MTTD unit should have changed staff every 3 months. Do they pay themselves? Hey, Ejaba, you want me to shout ahead of this? Charlie, I have children in the house. So you have to take our time. Good morning, Bernard. The MTTD at Legon are only interested in hiding around Trinity just to worry drivers, and they have a fixed amount, which is 100 cedis that they take from the drivers. Sky, seriously speaking, I miss your days in Parliament, though, because you would have you would have
found a way.
You would have cooked up a statement on the floor by an MP,
I know, right?
and they will be shouting on this MTTD thing today. Good morning, and Bernard. The discipline in Accra is massive. The minister probably had no idea of the task before she made those promises. Madina Zongo Junction is now putting up new mesh in the median to block people from crossing, but still they are doing it. Just this morning, a trotro mate in the traffic gets out of the car and whips out his PP and urinates in the median while facing the traffic in broad daylight. We have a problem. As for the minister, I wish her all the best. Kofi in Lagos.
All of us.
Me, I saw 7 men today doing their urinating. And when they finished, they did put it back and went on. Hello, CCBS. I saw some of the installation of street lights going on at Madina last night. The problem is maintenance and safeguarding the street lights. Otherwise, within a week, they will be gone. Adam, thank you for this one. It's writing from Adenta.